Hello, this is Fred Rowe from Sarah Bright Dot Fly Fishing Guide Service. I've been teaching, guiding, writing, and lecturing on fly fishing since 1982. Let's get to this week's fly fishing report. Hey, it's summertime. Man, it's time to get out there and make those fishing dreams, those memories that you want, because now's the time to be out on the water. Pretty much everything's fishing really good, because it is summertime. All right, let's start with the upper Owens. Talking about it, it's good. It's dropped a tad. And what I mean by that, we're seeing a lot of fish being caught, but now it's really the juvenile trout we're catching. I'm not seeing the big fish I've seen a week or two ago. They've kind of disappeared. Not sure where they've moved to, but it seems to go with the fact the water's dropping a little bit because runoff's over. What are we fishing up there? Well, we're using size 18 beadhead flashback pheasant tails, size 16 beadhead flashback gold ribbed hairs there, because those represent the blue wing olive mayflies, the nymphs, and also the PMD nymphs. All right, dry flies, elk hair caddis, size 16, dry flies, blue wing olive parachute, size 18, size 16, pale morning dun, or PMD, as we like to call it, parachutes. Okay, let's go over to Hot Creek. Water's dropping, things are clearing up, hatches are coming out. Dry fly fishing is great, particularly in the interpretive site. Blue wing olives in the morning, size 20, gray caddis a little later in the morning, and that's kind of what's going on there. If you can get a drag-free drift and you have the right fly, you're going to catch fish there. Okay, let's head over to Crawley Lake. North Landing, still locked up. Hopefully this weekend we're going to see it open. I'm a little skeptical because I think the water's still too high to safely drive around the lake. But we'll see what happens. I haven't heard anything official. As far as the fishing goes, Hilton Bay, that's where I'm seeing the flotilla of boats and float tubers in there. What are they doing? Well, they're suspending midges off the bottom in the mornings, 3 inches to a foot off the bottom. As the light progresses in the pupa, those midge pupa, they start working up the column. Well, the trout follow them up the column, so we move our flies up the column. So mid-morning, we're as far as 4 or 5 feet off the bottom. What are we fishing there? Same standard patterns. Tiger midges, zebra midges, blood midges, albino barons, gray midges, that stuff's all working. As the light gets up, I change the fly color because the color changes in the water. And that's what we're doing to get those 16 to 20 inch rainbows, browns, and cutthroats out of Crawley Lake. Well, let's talk about the Freestone Creeks, and specifically, let's talk about Rock Creek. It's still flowing pretty high, but the fish in there, they're feeding. If you can get a nymph down on the bottom, they'll take it. And you can find the softer, slower spots, they'll take a dry fly. My favorite rig, size 16 Adams parachute, size 16 beadhead flashback gold ribbed hairs here. Okay, let's wrap this thing up with Bishop Creek Canal. It's hot during the day. In the mornings and evenings, it's cool. Get out there and fish. It's not that the fish aren't hitting middle of the day. It's just hot and miserable. Still primarily nymphing. Not really seeing any hatches going on. So I'm using the stoner nymph and the green gold prince nymph. Then I'm also fishing with olive quilligons, the beaded flashback pheasant tail, and hare's ears. And that's all producing fish for me. Well, this has been Fred Rowe from Sarah Bright Dot Fly Fishing Guide Service. I can be found on Instagram, Facebook, every Tuesday from 9 to 11 at Mahogany Smoked Meats, and of course, every week on lpptv.us.